Hello, and welcome to Agile CRM. Today we're going to take you through a brief overview of the features of Agile CRM. As you can see, we're at the login page, so let's begin. You click on the login, enter in your domain name that you set up, click Submit. If you have your username and password already saved, it'll populate in this field. Click on the Sign In. Agile CRM will take you to your last logged in page. As you can see here, we're opening up into the Sales module. Let's review some of the icons that you see on your screen. On the top left corner, if you click the three bars, this will give you an icon and text view of all of the different features within this particular section. You can simply click outside and it'll take you to your first icon, which is your tasks. You have your calendars. And here you have the search function. With the search function, you can enter in just about anything here, and Agile will go ahead and start finding contacts, tickets, or any other information that you type in. In the top center of your screen, this is how you get to the individual modules. Right now we're on the Sales module. If you click on this, it will reveal the other module names. We have Sales, Marketing, and Service. On the right-hand side, you have your recent activities. If you click on it, it'll show you all the recent items that have been touched or viewed. The Add button is a universal button. Right here, you can simply add a contact, a company, a deal, an event, a task, note, email, a ticket, a call, or even view documents. In the top right-hand section, you have your avatar. If you click on this, this will reveal all of your admin settings as well as your preferences. This section on the left-hand side is considered your preferences. If you select Settings, this will take you in and where you can set up all your individual settings, such as your email, your widgets, all your data sync options, your online calendar options, your notifications, and your themes and layout. Notice that each one of these sections will have tabs at the top to reveal more options. This section right here is where you can put in your name. You can also change your password as well as change your avatar. If you wish to use a different avatar, you can click on the Upload button and it will reveal a menu so that you can choose a file and then upload it to make your own specific avatar. Here's where you will create your signature line. This signature line will be used in your outbound emails. Clicking on the reminders will reveal this menu, which will allow you to send daily email reminders when a task is due and event reminders 10 minutes before any calendar event. Under the Advanced, this is where you will set your language, how you want the names to appear, your date format, your time zone, and what is the first day of the calendar week that you wish to appear. By clicking this button, it enables the shortcuts. This is a great feature as you get more comfortable with Agile CRM so that you can actually use keystrokes instead of clicking. Let's look at the email. This is where you can connect your Gmail account, your Internet Mail Application Protocol accounts, or your Office 365. You simply click on the Enable button and follow the instructions and it will walk you through connecting that. This is for your inbound. If you click on your outbound, this will allow Agile to send emails using your Gmail account or your Simple Mail Transfer Protocol or SMTP mail account as well. Widgets are a great feature that we have built into Agile CRM. These are all of the different social items that you can actually add and integrate within your Agile CRM. You can see we have LinkedIn, Twitter, an email finder, Facebook, and many more. If you click on the telephony, this will actually allow you to make calls and record the calls from within Agile CRM. Many people use Skype. If you click on the Support tab, this is where you can integrate any sort of support ticketing programs that you may use. If you use billing programs such as FreshBooks or QuickBooks, Braintree, Stripe, PayPal, or others, you can find them right here. If you have an online account or a shopping site, you can actually integrate Shopify right within Agile CRM. If you click on the Custom button, this is where you can actually develop your own widgets and have them integrate with Agile CRM. By clicking on the Data Sync option on the left-hand side, this is where you can actually sync your contacts and your calendars with Google. And again, your Shopify account, Office 365, your payment processing data, again your accounting, and even if you have another CRM that you use in conjunction with Agile. Let's click on the online calendar. Your online calendar gives you a scheduling URL. You can share this URL so that people can actually view your calendar and set up meetings by clicking on an online website. This can also be integrated by clicking on the Add to Site. This can be integrated into your own website. If you click on the Business Hours tab, this is where you will set your working hours. If you select just the top, it will take a day off. By clicking it again, it reveals. You simply click on the time that you wish to set as your beginning time, click on it, and your ending time. Most people will be using the Monday through Friday options. By clicking on the Meeting Types tab, you can actually select a drop-down that the customers or other people that schedule with you will actually see. So you can see here I have an in-person meeting that can be scheduled, phone, a Skype, or even a Google Hangout. You can also select what kind of meetings that you would like to do. Notice that this is just a quick meeting that says somebody can say hi, and it will schedule them for a 15-minute time slot. Or if you want to do maybe a longer meeting, you can make it a 30-minute meeting. And if you wish to have a full 1-hour meeting, here's where this option can be set right here. You can also change these options. So you can say quick meeting. Don't forget to click on the Save button. And under the Advanced tabs, this is where you can actually set a buffer time so that you don't get a meeting that just pops up on your calendar. Right now you can see that I have this set for 0 minutes, which means anybody can actually come in at any time and put in a calendar appointment. If you set this to, let's just say 30 minutes, 30 minutes will actually be the buffer time from the system clock of the user. So the next available time that would show up would be 30 minutes from whatever time appears on the user's computer clock. This section here, you can actually edit what people see on your page when they go to schedule an appointment. Notice you always have your helpful tips and information right on the right-hand side. Always remember to save any changes that you make. And now you can move on. Let's take a look at the notification section. On the notifications, the first thing you need to notice is that this is enabled for notifications, which means any of these options will actually appear as a notification. If you don't wish to receive notifications, you can simply click on this, and that disables notifications. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're actually going to turn these options on. Another nice feature that we have is desktop notifications. This will actually create a desktop notification that is built from Agile CRM that'll appear right on your desktop. And here's what they look like. And it gives you a sample. Under the notifications, this will tell you when any contact is browsing your website. You can select any contact assigned to me or contacts assigned to me that are starred. We'll leave it at the default option. It will allow you to get a notification if an email is open, if a link is clicked. You can see by default the deals are not selected. If you select it, you will get a notification. If you unselect it, no notifications will appear. You have all of these options here that you can set, and even it'll allow you to select a sound for your notifications. Let's take a look at the theme and layout. By clicking on the theme and layout, this is what you will see and the options that you can select. Maybe you have your company colors look like this. As soon as you click on it, you notice that the colors have changed. Don't forget to save your settings. Let's go back to the avatar and work on some of your general admin settings. If you click on admin settings, it reveals a whole series of more menu options here. The first one that it brings you to is your preferences within the admin settings. This will talk about your plan, the number of users you've purchased, and your company name. This company name is what will appear on your invoices. We'll take a look at the invoices later. Currency. This allows you to set whatever currency is your default currency, and you can also select your company logo as well. Once again, click on the upload. It reveals this menu where you can then choose a file and then upload it, and then it will appear. Security. By using the security option, you can actually control which IP addresses will be allowed to access your Agile CRM. This is great for a company that has everybody that use Agile within one location. Agile has single sign-on, or SSO, built into it. That way you have one sign-on across many different applications. You simply click this button, Enable Authentication, and it will enable the single sign-on authentication. And by clicking on the Advance, you can allow deals to be created within multiple currencies. So if you're an international company, this would be a great option for you. If you ever call in or need support from Agile CRM, your support representative may ask you to enable the Agile CRM support. That will allow us to provide you the best possible service. Here's where you can actually select your domain. You notice that I typed that in at the login process. You can also add an alias, maybe something that's a little bit more friendly username that you can put in there for other users. And then send invoices. Don't forget to save your changes. It refreshes and it's saved any changes that you've made. On the left-hand side, you have your users. These are the people that can actually log in to Agile CRM. If you click on the user, you can adjust the name, their email address, even reset the password for them, select their role, put in their phone number, change their avatar, allow them to use a secure login, disable the user, and grant them administrator or owner access. If you click on the View Permissions, This reveals your access control list, or your ACL. This shows you for each section what the user has access to. You can also go in and manage roles. We highly recommend that you do this because it will make setting up users even more easy. By default, we have some roles that are already assigned. Let's add a role. Let's say we have an administrative assistant that works within your Agile CRM, but you don't want them to see everything within there. By simply selecting or deselecting an option, we'll grant that user access or revoke the access to whichever section within Agile that you want them to do. Notice again we have the tabs up at the top. And again, don't forget to save your changes. When you save your changes, the page reloads, and there's the new user that we just created under the administrative section. You can also delete roles here. Custom fields. Custom fields are great if you're importing data, which many people will do. This is where you can actually create fields that match the information that you have exported from your previous programs or from information that you may have on a spreadsheet in a CSV format. By simply clicking the bar, it reveals all of your options for custom fields. I want to create a time zone custom field under the contacts. That way I know which time zone a customer might be in, or a contact. You click on the add. It allows you to actually put whichever this field is going to be. You can allow this to appear in different options. So like we talked about, I'm going to put time zone. By selecting the drop down, this will allow you to select what kind of data must be entered into that field. You can add a description. And that can allow the field to be sorted, shown in a filter, or even required. If you want to make sure that this information is included with every contact, select the required button or deselect it. Again, don't forget to click on your Save button. And now, this custom field will appear within our contacts when users go in to create a new contact. If you look to the right, you see that it will be shown in the filter, it's sortable, and it's a text field. Notice as you hover, it allows you to edit the contact custom field, delete this field, or even move it up or down within your list of custom contact fields. This function works for every one of these categories, so contacts, companies, and deals. Again, take a look to the right-hand side, and you will notice that you have some help information. Let's go to Deals. By clicking on Deals, this allows you to actually set your milestones based on your business. By default, these fields are actually going to be shown within your deals. Notice that you can only have one thumbs up and one thumbs down. These represent your won and lost. You can click on the tab at the top and define your own loss reasons. Let's add a loss reason. We'll put, they are not interested. Simply click on the Add button, and it appears here. If you want to create custom sources, by default, Agile has website, referral, and ads. Let's add a source. This source we will call Google, because the customer searched for you. By clicking on Goals, now you can actually set the goals for each individual user for their deals. So we want this user to have a count of 50 and a value of $1,000 for the month of June. You can save these changes, and now he's at a 50% value. Products. Products will appear under your deals. Let's go ahead and add a product. You can enter the name, how much the unit price is, and notice you do not have to put in the currency symbol. If you have a product code, you can enter it here. A brief description, and even upload an image. Notice that the recommended image size is 50 pixels by 50 pixels. Click on Save, and now this product has been added. By clicking on the Deal Untouched tab, you can activate what happens if a deal goes untouched. By default, it is set in the Disabled option. Clicking on it will turn it on, and this will notify any deals that have been untouched for the select number of days. So if a deal has not been touched in 5 days, it will notify you. Click on your Save Changes. By clicking on the tags on the left-hand side, shows you all of the tags that have been created within your system. You can actually add tags right from here. Let's create a new tag that says Paid Customer. Now you will notice that it's right here in your list, and you even have an alphabetical section at the top. Tasks. This is where you set all of the different options for your tasks. Is it a call, email, follow-up, meeting, milestone, sending of an email perhaps, or send an item, a tweet, other, and you can even add a category here. Telephony. This will be used when you integrate your telephony widget within Agile CRM, and these are the different options that are allowed as call dispositions. You can add a status if you need more. Under the service section, here's where you will create groups. You can create a new group for all of your service needs by simply adding a group. We're going to create a group called Billing. Select the users that are in that group, and you can actually select which name will show under the email address on outbound emails. What's the default template for emails? And all of these will populate as you create more email templates. We'll talk about those more in the future. If you enable the feedback, this will allow a customer to actually give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on a ticket. Save your changes. And now you've created a new group. Notice the forwarding email section. If you click the two paper pieces right here, it will copy this address to your clipboard so that you can put this in as a forwarder on any email account. Your labels. So you can label your tickets as they come in. We're going to create a label called Bug Fix. Now under the service section, when somebody selects a ticket, they can actually label this as a bug fix. This is great to help you keep your tickets organized as well as generate reports. If you have standard responses that always go out on your emails, here's where you can create new ones. Notice on the right-hand side again, you have information, and we even have a helpful video that you can click on. The views. This will allow you to see different views of ticket statuses. So we have the new and open tickets, new tickets, and all tickets by default. You can always click on Add View, put in your information, select your status, type, priority, or any of these options, and define the groups that this will apply to. Click on your Save Changes, and now you've just created a new view so that you can easily sort tickets. By clicking on the Ticket tabs, this will allow the ticket number to be in the subject line of the email. Many people like this for easy reference and so that the customer can actually track their own tickets as well as interact with your support team. By default, this is turned off. Click here to turn it on or disable it. Don't forget to save your changes. Clicking on the live chat will allow live chat to be integrated on your website. By default, it is turned off. If you turn it on, these groups will be allowed to actually see the live chat and interact. By clicking on Advanced, this will allow you to customize what your chat window looks like, a default email request message, and the default timeout for no activity. If you click at the top here, you can select a default template. Integrations. Integrations allow even more integrations to occur within Agile CRM. You can add all of these items from a web to lead, where you can actually capture leads directly from your Facebook page and manage them right here. Maybe use JavaScript application programming interface, or maybe a form builder, or CAPTCHA. By clicking on e-commerce, it gives you even more options. Contact management system, content management system, WordPress. We highly recommend using the WordPress option. This will allow you to easily integrate code and other items within your website directly from Agile CRM. Email. These are mass email options. If you send out a lot of emails, maybe a newsletter or a promotional email, we highly recommend that you use one of these to allow outbound emails to be sent. Your SMS clients. If you like to text your clients, here's where you would enable this option. And miscellaneous. Zapier. Zapier is a great product where you can actually create your own custom interfaces to work directly with Agile CRM. Under the Analytics section, this is great for your web developers. This is how they can actually integrate Agile CRM into your existing website. By giving your developers access to this, they can actually help enable tracking of your customers and give you better reporting. Notice the notes up at the top here, as well as on the right-hand side. Once you've entered the code, you can enter the URL here, click Verify, and that will make sure that the code has actually been installed correctly. By clicking on the stats, this will show you all of the different individual items that have actually been used with your Agile CRM. Under your email, it will populate and tell you how many emails you've sent today, this week, this month, and since you begin using your overall Agile. The section on the right talks about the emails that did not get received for bouncing, a hard bounce, a soft bounce, reject, or spam. Watch your reputation at the top. You always want to keep it in the green section. SMS can be configured here after you've enabled the widget and enabled your integrations. And you can even activate a resync of all of your data. Under your API, when you're using products such as Zapier, they will ask you for your REST API. Here's where you can copy and paste that information to allow a program to access. And your email settings. This is where you can actually set up authentication so that your system will authenticate and identify you as the sender. By going through here, you can actually put in the domain name, whatever domain that is. It will get the settings that you need to enter into your Exchange server, your DNS server, and all of the other information that is needed to integrate Agile. After you've completed that, you can verify it, or you can even send an email with this information to your webmaster or your IT department so that they can enable these features for you. That's an overview of your admin and preferences. Let's go back to Home. The Home section brings you to your overall dashboard. Here's where you can add dashlets, which will appear here. This is a dashlet. This is a dashlet. You can add more dashlets by simply clicking here, selecting the dashlet. By hovering, it gives you a preview of what it will look like. Simply click Add. Select the pages that you want this to show on. And add. If we go back home, here is the new dashlet. You can configure it right from here by clicking on the Configure button, or if you hover over the top, it will give you options where you can delete it or configure the options. You can even resize this. Agile will keep this in a neat and organized fashion for you. We hope you enjoyed this overview of Agile CRM. Please contact your Customer Success Manager to set up a time to complete a training.